What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another highly combustible reaction. We're jumping into something. Why the Dutch don't wear helmets. Like I'm cool with not wearing helmets on bicycles. If you're on a motorcycle, I think you should damn sure wear a helmet, protect your head. You wear damn motorcycle boots, but you don't wear but some people don't wear a helmet. You got 2 feet, but you only got 1 head. Why would you protect your feet but not your head? Certain things don't make sense. But on a bicycle, I don't feel like you should have to wear a helmet, especially when we know the Dutch bicycle infrastructure is like next level, otherworldly stuff. They've been doing this for a while. They know what the hell is up when it comes to bicycles. Unlike my city, where they just took away lanes from the cars and said, oh, now we have a bicycle infrastructure. It doesn't really work the same way. Let's jump in. Let's check it out together. Why don't the Dutch wear helmets? If you guys enjoy, get over the show. Propel some love. We're already subbed up. We've already smashed the like button. Let's roll.
During my trip to the Netherlands, I noticed an interesting trend. Practically no cyclists here wear helmets. And I found that to be a bit odd coming from the States where almost everybody wears helmets.
I'm not one of the almost everybody that wears helmets. I refuse to wear a helmet on a bicycle. If they made it a law, I just would get rid of my bike.
Or it's definitely highly encouraged. And so I asked a lot of people and I got all sorts of different responses. It's at a particularly interesting time for me because I'm coming from the States, having 2 bike shops, and the National Transportation Safety Board just recommended that all states implement helmet laws. So here you see
that's the lamb, the free boy.
Really young kids. You could see kids traveling on bikes with parents. None of them really wear helmets. And the thing is that they don't really see helmets as a protector against the more dangerous things of cycling.
Yeah, because if you get hit by a semi-truck, no helmet, no matter how damn big it is going to save you. But they also have less cars in the Netherlands than we do to worry about.
One of the most dangerous things when cycling is getting hit by an automobile. And in the States, we really don't have that much protection against that. Bike lanes and really protected infrastructure is one of the best defenses. One of the things I heard, which is quite interesting, that there might be a slight decrease in the potential to be injured by wearing a helmet on an individual basis, but on an overall basis for the whole community, it actually decreases the potential of being injured on a pretty significant factor. They don't feel like, oh, well, we have this level of protection, this kind of, from my perspective, some level of false sense of security. Many people might end up becoming more aggressive as a result. And I think that cars end up respecting cyclists because of that as well. You find that cars understand that, yeah, this is a fragile human being. You know, they don't have the same level of protection that I have in this automobile. So I asked.
Up there in the Netherlands, for sure. Most of your car drivers up there are bicycle riders. None of them would want to get hit, so they're going to respect the hell out of the other bicycles on the road, in my mind. That's how I see it. Here, nobody gives... You could go for a drive. You might see 4 people on a bicycle, 5 people on a bicycle. The rest are in cars and on motorcycles and fast-moving conveyances that are eventually could run you over. And they're not going to pay you any mind. Why? Because you're small. Size has its privileges, and their car happens to be bigger.
My friend Henning to give some comments on this. He's lived here for quite some time, and I think that he can give a good perspective on this, but it's by no means the whole picture, and I'd love to hear from you what you might think on this topic or what your experience is here.
Yeah, I agree with him. I want to hear too. Let me know down below. Who wears a helmet? Who doesn't wear a helmet? What are your reasonings? What are the, like, are you just born that way? I don't need that damn helmet. Everything's safe? Or it's very, very bizarre for us Americans to look at somewhere else and go, damn, nobody wears a helmet? When we're told and it's beat into our heads and people are coming out making laws that you have to.
In Holland, we don't think about wearing a helmet when going out on a commute, getting from A to B. It's just a no-brainer. We just get our bikes and we hop on the bike and we take off like 1 million other people in Amsterdam, like 17 million people in the Netherlands. They do the same and they respect each other on the bicycle. They know, okay, I'm vulnerable and I'm not fighting for that last inch. No, at a certain point, you just give in. One of the biggest possible injuries you can get is being hit by a car. But the chance of being hit by a car in the Netherlands is very little. Just for the simple reason, every car driver in the Netherlands is also a cyclist.
See,
they know
that's
how to
exactly
behave.
my
If
thought
they take
process.
A right turn, they know I have to look over my shoulder because there's cyclists coming along, and they know, okay, how fragile they are. And that's one of the main reasons why it's relatively safe to ride a bike, even without a helmet. A helmet is not preventing you from getting injuries, and maybe even gives you a wrong idea of safety. If you're not wearing a helmet, you already know that, okay, if I crash into a car or if I just take a curb too fast and I tip over and crash, then okay, I'm not protected. So if I'm not wearing a helmet, my driving is already less risky. Everybody
Yeah,
knows,
you're gonna
okay,
take less chances if you know that you could get injured in anything. That goes for any kind of thing, any kind of wild ass sports or anything like that. If I know that I could get injured, I'm gonna be more careful with my own life. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not out riding my bicycle recklessly and sweaving in and out of traffic. Like, no.
okay, if I'm riding like an idiot, the chances I knock someone else over and
This guy's
myself
brilliant.
is very high. So they're used to anticipate, and what they do is eye contacting. They're eyeballing each other when just riding. Okay, he's not moving. Okay, then I'll move. Yeah? If he gets the feeling, okay, he's going to move, then I just keep on driving, and it works simple like that. Because you will see 99% of all the road cyclists, all dressed up in lycra, going 35 kilometers an hour. They are wearing a helmet, versus an hour later when they come up out of the shower and they want to meet with a friend in a bar, they cycle 2 kilometers on their beat up grandmother's bike into city. Nobody wears a helmet. So they know it has to do with speed. If you're going over 20 kilometers an hour on your road bike racing and in a peloton, and there's a high risk of falling and then injuring your head, so everybody wears a helmet.
Same thing, like in my mind, for motorcycles. That's why if you're going that damn fast, even just coming off and sliding across the ground and potentially smashing your head on something, yeah, I could see a helmet being something that you would use. But if you're not in a hurry, if you're taking your time, you're just going out to see friends around town, something like that, yeah, absolutely, you are going to take your time. You're not in a rush. You're not trying to compete with anybody. You're not trying to race your bike.
But in daily life, you just commute. Everybody does it at a certain pace, and if you observe people riding in Amsterdam, you see, okay, it's kind of hectic. At the same time, it has a certain flow. You have slower bicyclists, you have faster bicyclists, and they all mingle, and it works. It is one connected massa riding a bicycle, and they communicate non-verbally, and this works.
Kids will be kids. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't the Dutch wear helmets? Because they're smart enough to take take responsibility for their own actions and to respect other people, not being in a hurry. And the fact that everybody drives a bicycle is probably a pretty good explanation as well. Definitely get over, show Propel some love. Most certainly a damn intriguing one, especially for us Americans who have laws in certain states where you have to wear a helmet. I think that would make a lot of Dutchies get rid of their bicycles, legitimately. Smash the like button if you liked it, the dislike button, but I won't believe you. Go show Propel all the love. Until the next one, I'm highly combustible. You guys be happy out there, safe. Love you to the moon and back. Peace.